Here is where I get to set my spirit free. Here is where I find my naturality. Where are we going?
So Jarvis, let me add, the name of the show is Grit 2020.
Right.
And that's what this last hour and a half has all been about. It's been about our grit. And grit stands for get right in touch. And it's exactly where this class has gone. They've gotten right in touch, and it's shown true grit, and and also friendship and kindness and love. I just have to add that.
All right. For you all as students, any last, if you had to wrap it up in one word about today's, I guess, conversation, what would you want to say? So I'll start with Catherine. Catherine, what's your one word to kind of summarize everything?
I feel a good summarization of everything we talked about is to sort of keep your resilience and keep working through the hard times, though it may seem impossible. There's a lot of people experiencing the same thing you are. So even if you can't, maybe reach out and you'll get some help.
All right. Nia.
In a word, I would say real. In a meme, I would put two Virgils. And I think to sum it all up, kind of like Shibumi and I have had this conversation before on a movie. Find humor in what's around you. I find that is really helping me stay positive and not go into depression.
Kyria.
Okay. I would say, just to sum it up, I don't want to sound cliche, but I just never give up. Like, if you're feeling like hopeless, like think of it like as every day the sun still rises, no matter whether we're in a pandemic, no matter like the weather, the sun still comes up and rises. So that's kind of just like the way I think of it. Just never give up and keep pushing and find the good and the bad.
Right. Shibumi.
So this word is a Yoruba word, or
Yeah.
a phrase.
Word, yeah.
Sorosoke. So that means speak up. So for me,
Sorry.
I throughout this whole pandemic thing, I've been doing things differently. I've been stepping out of my comfort zone and I've been communicating more because this is a very important time. You really need to speak with people. People need to hear your voice. So please do that.
Who's next? Kiara.
I would say just continue to have meaningful interaction with people, and find the good and the bad. I know someone just said that, but finding the good and the bad, because it may seem like there's a lot of bad things going on right now, but there are some. You just have to look for them.
All right. Melanie.
I would say exhale. Just let it all out. I know we can sometimes get very kind of mixed up in everything and take everything to heart, take everything too sensitively. But just let things go. Don't let things burden you, and don't take life too seriously, because just try to enjoy the moment, the present moment, and stay in the now instead of worrying about the past or the future. So yeah, I would say just exhale, let it out, and just breathe and stay in the present.
Excellent. I like that exhale. Something about breathing, I think, is something that people don't really put into factor. That's great. Margaret.
So I would sum it up as perfection is a lie, and you should it's okay to make mistakes, especially during now, and try not to be fixated on what has worked in the past, because newsflash, a lot of things are changing right now, and it's okay to find that weird solution that might work, and who knows, maybe that new solution might be the new norm. So just try. Maybe you got lucky.
And All about that grit. Okay. Janelle.
My colleagues are so smart. They already like said everything I was gonna say. I guess I'll just say, to summarize, I guess get comfortable with being uncomfortable because like times are changing, like we mentioned. So doing things that you just enjoy to do, and just really and just focus on the now, like Melanie said. I think that's really important because you can't control the future, or what happens next, or what happens an hour from now. So I think just living in the moment. And doing your best and making the best out of situations.
Right. And Ellen, welcome back. I know you've been having some issues with the Wi-Fi, and you said some storm issues, but we're having like a one word or a phrase kind of wrap up to kind of break down something that you got out of this experience. So anything you'd like to share?
And my word is precious. It certainly applies to all of you, but it also applies to the moment. This moment, and this moment, and now this moment, especially when we can be together and then gone because the internet here's our time to. That happens in real life too with real human beings. They can be here and then they're gone. So everything that you guys have talked about for yourselves, I appreciate your vulnerability and your authenticity. Love that. But also all the good words you put out for your peers and for anybody who ever watches this. Precious is meaningful. It all matters. You matter the way you think, the way you feel, and absolutely the way you communicate with all of us. It matters. So thank you. Precious.
All right. Dini, do you have a word, phrase?
I think this whole show is my phrase.
Wow. Yeah, I think for me, my word is it's a Swahili word that we, Dr. Molesky and I use. We do another podcast called The Rejected Stone, and at the end, even though we're ending, well, we say this word. The word is twende. It means let's go. And so my thing is, you all have given great information. You have some great wisdom. We all know what's happening right now. We know how to exhale for a minute. So once we kind of get ourselves together, we still got another half to go. So my thing is, let's go. We're all in this together. We know what we got to do. We know what we have as far as our efficacy. So let's do this. But let's do this collectively and know that we got each other's backs. And that's what this is all about. And this is brought to you by the wonderful people that you have right here, your peers, young people out there. And as far as the Dean of Students Office, the student support team is here for you at all times. Please look us up on our website, the student support team website, as well as if you need to reach out to us email wise, it's real easy. Student_support team at stonybrook.edu. And we're here, and right now we're out. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks for watching.
Don't turn around, just keep moving forward.